Hey guys, I'm Tasha. Welcome to my vlog. I'm pretty excited today because I, for the first time ever, got a request for a video. And I've only been doing this for like a week. Here's the question I got. It was from a guy who was asking, how should a non-plus size guy approach a plus size girl and make a good first impression and be sort of politically correct and not scare her away? So, I have so much to say on this topic. So let's just get right to it. One, you have to take a look at yourself first. You have to decide why you like plus size girls. You have to figure out, do you just like them sexually? Is it just a fetish? Or is it a preference? Is it you think all women are beautiful, but you also think big women are beautiful? So you really have to figure that out because it's not fair to date a girl that you're just going to turn into a fetish. I found that guys that consider liking plus size girls to be purely sexual and more of a fetish, I found that they're also the guys that are pretty ashamed to be seen in public with a plus size girl, won't introduce you to their friends, and feel shame about it. Figure out if that's you, because if it is, you shouldn't be dating plus size girls. It's not fair to do that to a person. It's not fair to turn someone into a fetish. It's also not fair to give a girl the hopes that you're going to be dating and then actually keep her hidden. And if it is a fetish for you, okay, we all have our things, you know? And maybe you can find another way to fulfill that need, but it shouldn't be dating a girl who's expecting a relationship or just to be treated like a valuable person. So if you really think about it and you realize that you just love plus size women because you think they're beautiful and you aren't ashamed, then we can move on to the next step of actually approaching a plus size girl because you qualify to talk to one. Honestly, approaching a plus size girl, it's just like approaching a regular girl. Honestly, you could look at any YouTube video on how to approach a girl, and that's what you should do. You should figure out what your shared interests are. You should tell her she's pretty. You should be like, hey, let's go out for coffee. Like the same stuff you would do with any girl. I'll tell you what not to do. I'll tell you a few things not to do. One, because these are things I get a lot, and they drive me crazy, and they instantly make me ignore you. One is if a guy approaches me or talks to me or messages me on Facebook or Instagram and says, hey, I like big girls. Okay, cool. Like, am I supposed to be grateful that you like big girls? I mean, why are you telling me this? If you're interested in me, strike up a conversation with me. You don't need to, obviously if you're talking to me and you're flirting with me, you like how I look. So it's unnecessary information to tell me I like big girls. Another line is, I love how big you are. Well, thank you for seeing me completely as an object and not as a human being. That's great. Goodbye. Also, another bit of totally useless information that the girl does not need to know. Like, if you're thinking that, just keep it to yourself. It's like telling a slender girl, like, ooh, I love how thin you are. Like, okay, so you like how they look. That's great. But you're letting that person know that that's like, the main thing I see about you is how you look, it's your weight. You're objectifying them. I think those are the two main things that a guy can lead with that I'm just right off the bat, no thanks, you know. So here are some of the things you should do. Find out what she likes. Get interested in her life. Find out more about her. These are things that any girl loves. Any guy who's genuinely interested in a girl's life makes that guy so much more attractive to her. Here's the thing. I'm not saying don't say anything about her appearance. I'm not saying you can't compliment her and say, "Hey, I think you're really beautiful," or "You have the most beautiful smile." Girls like compliments like that. They're more specific. They show that you're paying attention to detail and you're really seeing her. Just avoid things that make her feel like she's a car or a piece of meat. You know, be genuine, but be respectful when you're complimenting her appearance. You can say, once you get to know her better, what you like about her body, what you love about her body, of course. Just don't lead with that. It's really off-putting. So basically what I'm saying is, if you're a fit guy, a slender guy, non-plus size guy, just approach the girl. Just tell her you like her. Say, I don't know, I mean, if it's in person, just flirt with her like you would any other girl. It's so simple. It doesn't have to be complicated. I think you should really just avoid the weight topic altogether. I mean, girls are just girls. It's not plus size girls and then the skinny girls. It's like we're all girls. I think the biggest thing you're gonna run into is sometimes plus size girls can be insecure, and sometimes they don't realize that you're flirting with them because of that insecurity, because they don't believe that someone would find them attractive. It's sad, but it's really common, and in that case, you shouldn't be dating her. I'm gonna get a lot of negative feedback for that. I can tell. I can feel it. She needs to realize herself, and she needs to realize her beauty before she can be with someone. And if a girl can't tell that you're flirting with her, and a girl can't be open to the idea that you're attracted to her, it means that somewhere in herself she doesn't think she's attractive enough or beautiful enough to be attractive. If you want to be in a relationship with someone like that, okay. But it's going to be difficult. You're going to be her confidence. And that can lead to a really unhealthy relationship. So I implore you to go after a plus size girl, if you're going to go after a plus size girl, who looks confident, who looks like she knows she's, who knows she's pretty. If you treat her with respect and you treat her like you would any other girl, you'll get a good response. Now, this is not to say that every confident plus size girl wants to date you. I get this a lot too. A lot of guys think that because they're interested in me, I'm automatically going to be interested in them, and that's not the case. I have my preferences too. I have things I like, I have things I don't like, and I think some guys think that we shouldn't have an opinion and we should have to settle because we're plus size, and that is so far from the truth. So if a girl still doesn't want to date you, keep your dignity. Don't call her a fat bitch. Realize that she may be looking for something else and move on. There are plenty of fish in the sea. There are tons of plus size women out there, and there are more and more every day that are gaining confidence and realizing that they're beautiful. So that's pretty much it. I hope that answers your question, and I hope this gives you a better idea of how to approach a plus size girl. I hope that this inspires a guy who's been scared to talk to a girl to just make that step. Don't scare her away. Don't do the things I said not to do. Don't do them. Good luck. I hope this is helpful, and happy dating.